What's up guys, my name's Liam, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new WLMOUSE Beast X Max. This has a 3950 sensor in it, and it is larger in size than the original Beast X. So how does this stack up against the competition, and more importantly, is this going to be the perfect gaming mouse for you? Let's check it out. Before we get started today, I did want to let you know this was sent out to me. However, everything you're going to be seeing in this video is going to be my own words and my own opinions. Included inside the box, you do get a user manual. Here is the wireless receiver. You also do get a couple of different sets of grip tape. You get this different style of grip tape over here. Kind of cool idea. And honestly, this grip tape does feel really good. They also do have this white style grip tape that obviously is more designer grip tape. If you look closely here, it does have the same design on it as this customized black grip tape. So again, feels really grippy and great. Then this is the older style of grip tape. I really have been enjoying this grip tape a lot. And then they do give you a larger set of these black style PTFE skates. So taking a look at the mouse, I do have in this gray colorway. I think it looks fantastic with the black accents. Coming over the bottom, real straightforward stuff. As before, on and off switch down here. When it comes to the skates, I'm not a fan of the skates that do currently come with the WLMOUSE mice. These are aftermarket skates, and these are actually aftermarket skates for the original Beast X. So one thing I want to be clear with right off the bat is, as you can see, they do actually fit on the mouse, but they are not a 100% perfect match. Now, I've been gaming with these without any type of issues. I haven't noticed like any tilting or anything being off balance. So they have been working great for me, but the skate design, it does look like it's a little bit wider over here down on the sides and a little bit wider just in the overall length from top to bottom. And that goes the same on both the bottom skate and the top skate. But like I said, you can use these on here with no problem at all. And I really do wish that WLMOUSE would start using these 100% virgin PTFE skates. One thing I've seen quite a bit of people online actually mentioning about with the original Beast X Max that was just recently released, a lot of people have been having side flex over here on the side walls. So I've had this for about a week now, and I've truly have been trying to use it as much as I possibly can. I've been using it quite a bit. I have been really harsh on the sides and just trying to put a lot of focus and attention to that area there. I've even opened up this mouse and put it back together to do my latency numbers on it. So far, I haven't noticed any type of bending or flexing, any type of gaps or creaking going on. So I will definitely make sure to keep open to that. I'm going to plan on keep using this a lot. If something does come up, I will make sure to post something on Twitter about it. But so far, everything seems to be holding up really solid and feeling really good. The coating that's on here is just the same type of coating as before, so kind of a smooth metallic feel, and if you do get your hands wet, it can be a little bit more on the slippery side. But with that being said, I never use these mice without grip tape anyways, and as soon as I'm done with this review, I do plan on putting grip tape on here ASAP. I did leave it off because every time I put grip tape on mice or weigh it with larger skates on there, people always prefer that I don't do that. So when you do go to pick this mouse up, you have two different switch options. You can either pick it up with the Omron Opticals, which is the option that I went for, or you can go for the TTC transparent black dots. And with these options, I really do feel like they both feel really great. So I don't feel like you can really go wrong with either pick. The TTC transparent black dots, they do feel a little bit more clicky, and they have a much better signature sound overall. They do feel just slightly a little bit heavier than the Omron Opticals, however. So the Omron Opticals, they don't sound as nice to me, but they do feel a little bit lighter, like the little notch on them just has a little bit more lightweight to them. But again, you can't really go wrong between either one of them. Just overall, I do kind of like the little bit of a lighter feeling coming from the Omron Opticals personally. And the clicks on my copy, just as with all the other WLMOUSE mice, they do feel great. Very minimal pre and post travel, even though it does have this very narrow gap up here in the front. But no matter where you click the mouse from, it's a very lightweight click feeling all around. I'm not getting any major side-to-side play there. If you push hard enough, you can get just a little bit. Nothing that I notice in game, but I don't notice any type of teetering either while I'm using the switches. When it comes to the scroll wheel, they did make changes to the older copies by adding a rubberized ring on here. I'm a huge fan of it. This rubberized ring does feel great, nice and grippy, but the scroll wheel does feel great. It has very light steps on it, as you're using it, and the center scroll click is nice and easy to actuate and easy to spam. The side buttons on here are also feeling really solid, just a slight bit of play here from the rear, but nice and snappy and lightweight side buttons, and I get just a little bit of rocking there, but nothing major. So far everything about the build of this, it feels really similar to my other WLMOUSE copies. So let's go ahead and drop a sound test, and I will put both switch options on here for you. As for the weight and balance, I'm getting a really solid front to back, really solid left to right as well. Everything feels great. I did drop this on the scale before I threw the larger skates on here. Here's what I was getting with the dot skates on this. And just for fun, we'll go ahead and throw this on the scale with the larger skates. They're using the same software as they did with their collab and even with the Beast X Mini. Really simple to use, allows you to drop the debounce setting down to 0 milliseconds, ensuring you're getting the lowest click latency possible. And here is the settings that I'm currently running on my mouse. And for the performance, I did open this up and test it out, and I'm getting the same results that I was currently getting, and this is some of the best wireless performance in terms of latency that is currently on the market. So there's really not a whole lot to say about the shape that has already been said before, just a scaled up version of the Beast X. So let's just go ahead and jump straight into the comparisons. We'll start off here with the Beast X Max, and as you can see all around, it's wider and just larger in every aspect, even taking a look at it from the rear. And here is a look of them both next to each other from the side. Next up, we'll be taking a look at it next to the Razer Viper V3 Pro. And if you look at these on Elo shapes, they actually look incredibly similar, but they do feel pretty different in the hands from one another. So starting out over here on the bottom, I do feel like the curves feel just a little bit more aggressive over here on the Razer Viper V3 Pro. But when you do put these together, they are really similar in the overall width of both of them. And though the differences to me are not really that far apart, I do feel like the hump on the Razer Viper V3 Pro, it does feel more aggressive. It kind of slants down more aggressively to the sides. It just feels a little bit more pointy there, and you do notice the presence of the mid hump a lot more. Compared to the Beast X Max, it does just overall feel flatter up here at the top. And then finally, taking a look at both of these from the side, as you can see, very similar, but again, the hump on the Razer Viper V3 Pro does feel more prominent. All right, then lastly, taking a look at it next to the Logitech G Pro Superlight 2. The scale of both of these is actually pretty similar to one another. Coming over here on the bottom, when you do place these together, they feel almost equally as wide as one another, so it's very close there. And they both have this kind of flat filling profile on the sides. Coming over from the rear though, it does feel just a little bit more different. The top of the WLMOUSE Beast X Max, it feels a bit more flat, so it does kind of have a bit of a wider presence up here on the top. Where you can clearly see that the G Pro Superlight, it is a bit more rounded up there on the top, kind of falling off more aggressively to the sides. And when you are holding these in the hand, I do kind of feel like the rear on the Logitech does feel just a little bit more narrow, where you do have a little bit more width back here on the Beast X Max. And then finally, when looking at these from these sides, the Beast X does kind of drop off more aggressively to the rear. So I kind of feel like I can slide my hands on it up a little bit more, where the G Pro Superlight does have that slower taper off to the rear. Alright guys, so that about wraps things up with the WLMOUSE Beast X Max. Everything about the performance and the feeling of this has been working out great for me. And I've already said such great things about the WLMOUSE before. This is no exception here. I really feel like the build on my unit and everything about how it has been performing so far has been working out really great. I have been really enjoying this and I do still plan on using it. But for me personally, I do perform better on smaller mice. So I would say out of all of them that the Beast X Mini is still my favorite option. But if you are looking for something larger or you do have larger hands, then I really do like the overall build and the performance of this thing. All right guys, so if you have any questions or feel like I left anything out, please let me know down in the comments below. If you've enjoyed watching this video and are interested in seeing more videos like this in the future, please drop this video a like and subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.